One of the reasons why misogynistic men want women or try to put women in a position where they have to defend their past is because they're using shame and fear to control how you see yourself. And if you can see yourself as lesser than you actually are, and if you allow shame and fear to govern how you see yourself, then you will devalue yourself, because shame and fear will lead you to believe that you are less valuable than you actually are. In fact, you will question your intrinsic value. And then what happens then? Because you question your intrinsic value, you then go on to accept less in terms of behavior and treatment from other people than you should. Okay, this is why I always push back when men ask women questions about their past, because it's none of their business. Okay, it is tactical, it is strategic on their part. Now, I always get somebody in the comments saying that somebody's past matters. It only matters to the extent that it might impact you. And even then, when it comes to this male-female dynamic, as I say, the underlying piece here is to get women, okay, to second guess themselves, to double doubt, okay, their intrinsic value and right to be respected, right to be dignified, right to be treated in a humane way. Because actually, misogynistic men are trying to usually justify their ill treatment, their inhumane treatment, the inhumane lens through which they look at women. This is one of the reasons why, for me, the overall conversation sometimes around feminism and male-female, people don't realize that it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. And there are very clever people who full well know it's deeper than that, but they keep positioning the conversation in the context of gender wars, in the context of, women being oversensitive, in the context of feminism gone too far. No. There's deeper laws. There are deeper universal laws at play here. Okay? If somebody chooses not to see you in a humane way, if they choose not to dignify you, if they choose not to honor your sanity, that is a choice. That is it. And when a misogynistic man or men, they're looking for ways for you to doubt your core intrinsic value. And this is another reason why you'll never see me be disparaging or derogatory towards women, for example, who are S workers. Never. Not least as well, this whole conversation around women behaving like 304s. That was a term I learned when I moved to New York, right? No. You'll never hear me. No. I will not participate in the inhumane way we look at and treat women. And most misogynistic men are looking for any excuse to do it. And that is the point that you need to understand, whether you agree or not with the choices that other adults make. Right? So don't allow allow misogynistic men to make you believe that you must disclose, you must share things about your past. Because all it is doing is playing into the use of shame and fear as a tool. And when those two things get added in, you are going to forget your intrinsic value. And then suddenly you're on a path to accepting whatever he dishes out. You're accepting his appraisal. And I keep highlighting this. Men are just human beings, They're not gods that walk amongst us. They're just human beings, and they are also imperfect and flawed. So you need to stop giving their opinion and their appraisal any relevance, any significance, any authority. Your opinion of yourself is the authority, right? Your opinion of yourself is the authority.